This is the week ending trading plan, week ending 31st of the 7th, 2015. So we've obviously got my BO strategy. Looks like all in. We're going for 425 per trade, which is reasonably good. And all profit for whatever I take out, so it's built up quite nicely. And then now we start the news trades. So at 5:30, we've got the IFO business climate. I haven't been trading euro for a while, but I might start again. The risk here is obviously the private loans, M3 money supply. I have got the awesome going for it, but I may do FMG as well if it all equates. I will be working that time, so I probably will just do awesome with a small one. I've got a gap of 70, take profit 10, stop loss at 20, go against sentiment. But I do have to leave. I will be gone at 12 o'clock that day, so yeah, I might change it to even a small lot size to make it better. Now we've got core durable goods orders. I will be doing a large one because I'll be home for that, so a bit larger, obviously against the sentiment one. So probably Aussie going down, New Zealand going down. I'll trade them down if it's a bad news story. I'll probably trade against the pound if it's bad news story for the US. If it's a good news story for the US, I'll trade down the Aussie and trade down the New Zealand. That's really about it. It's a really light week, so we'll just cruise through it. Advanced GDP, that's a large one. It actually can move the direction, move the trend. Even though the trend on the pound is strong, it will be going up. But you might get a bit more out of it, so you can let it run a little bit longer if you're around. It's definitely a good one to trade. Old FNG it as well, the news gun with a deviation, and hopefully we get a nice deviation for it, and off we go. I'd also awesome EA it, gap 60, take profit 20, stop loss 25 against the usual suspects, weak sentiment and strong sentiment. I'm not going to worry about the CB, consumer confidence doesn't do enough. Either does the raw material price index from what I've seen, unless it's a large enough deviation. Then we go to Wednesday. There's only one, the pending home sales. It's just a spike. It's about a medium. It's not a huge one. There's no other news around it, so I can keep my gap at about 60. I'll do a take profit of 15, stop loss of 20. Thank you. And then here's some big news here coming out, the FOMC statement from the federal funds rate. Now everyone's expecting that to stay exactly as is. I won't change this one, even though they're thinking about hiking it soon. Everyone very much doubts it will be in July, but strange things have happened. But I will have a trade for the statement. For my trades for the statements, I mean, this is 3:30 in the morning. It's probably one I will get up for. I'll have my awesome EA. I'll have a low lot size, but a large swing, so I'll keep it open for like 10 minutes maybe, just so it has time for the statement to sink in and people trade accordingly. I'd probably do a gap of 15, which is quite a large gap, but you need that. Take profit of 20, stop loss of 30. Risk is if they say some dovish comment and then they say a hawkish comment, but generally with your gap at 15, it should wait for a trend to start. Hopefully it's a trend starting sort of one. Comment, and then bang, it will go off in that right direction. We're all thinking that they will to increase their interest rates in probably September or October, November. if they come out and say they might not do it till 2016, it's probably just a slight weakness for the US dollar, but it would only be a spike down or a little bit of downwards movement. It won't hold there for that long, because the US is quite strong at the moment. We move on to, well, I mean, that's Thursday morning. Move on to building approvals. It's a small medium sort of one. Got to be careful of the import prices, so you're not getting a positive, negative reading. So your gap for your awesome EA will be a little bit bigger than normal, I would think. So I'll probably end up doing a gap of about 70. Just so you hopefully don't get caught in that little spike. Take profit of 10, stop loss of 15, medium lot size. Then we go down to unemployment claims, which isn't on here for some reason, but if you look at this one here, you got unemployment claims advanced GDP, which is a large one, well, reasonably large. You've got the prelim one and advanced, but the prelim one's actually the larger one. Advanced, you already sort of know the outcome for it. No, not right now. I'll be finished in about 2 minutes. After that one there, I mean, obviously I want them both in the same sort of page, but unemployment claims, it's last week. It comes out weekly, so it's not a very big mover, but some of the unemployment claims that came out last week were quite large. I think it was the largest unemployment rate that they had for the last 40 years. Once you hear something like that, you just jump on it, because it's clearly good news. Trade it off against the weaker currencies, and you're going to make a few pips. You just got to have your ear to the news feed for that one. So same with advanced GDP. You really, if they both come out negative or positive, if the unemployment claims comes out in a negative term, if it's a negative rate, that's good. You want the actual unemployment claims to be less. But I mean, if it's a bad data point for them, it's not going to change much. It won't change what the US dollar's doing. Probably would hardly even spike. But advanced GDP, if it comes out a little bit lower, you might get a spike lower or higher, whichever way it's going. You're best off trying to trade positive with the US dollar. Then we move on to the Friday, which is a little bit more going on. You've got the ANZ business confidence, the PPI, both sort of medium to small ones. You get both the similar sort of settings on the awesome indicator for it. You're probably looking at medium lot size. You're looking at a small gap, like a 50, 40, 50, probably take profit only around 10, stop loss around 15, and you're swaying at 30 or 45. That will do the job. And then you move down to 10 o'clock, the CAD GDP. It's kind of probably the biggest one for that week. I'd FNG it, and I would also awesome it. I'd probably do my larger lot size. I'll probably have a gap of about 80, just because it's new, large one, it could spike. So I'd rather have that large gap in there. I'll do a take profit of 20 though, and I'll do a stop loss of 25. That's it for the news for this week.